And interesting, the latest figures just revealed show that the birth rate in this country is now down to 1.44 per woman, which is the lowest since records began in 1938.
I'm not too worried about a declining population and birth rate. I'm really not. Technology will save us on this. But the first thing we need to do is end mass migration. Mass migration is not the answer to our declining birth rate. We had this when we had the Black Death. So the Black Death killed something like 3/4 of Europe. Maybe not as high as that, but some figures say 3/4. And suddenly, the average worker who was ploughing a field had choices. 9 people want me to plough their field, so I've tripled my wages straight away, and now I plough the fields that are the easiest fields to plough. And that's what gave some of the working people the power to start getting a better life. It also then led to other people who couldn't get people to plough their field to start inventing better ways to mechanically plough fields. I'm not saying straight away we didn't invent the factory in the 1300s, but when there's a shortage of workers, we're very creative, and that's what creates technology and new ways of doing things. All our farms now could be mechanised overnight, basically. I've had this conversation with before. There's machines now to pick strawberries, to pick carrots, that you just send the robots out into the fields. It does it all themselves. You don't need Eastern Europeans picking our fruit. We've got machines doing it all.
Yeah.
But why would you invest £1 million as a farmer to buy this machinery when you've got a constant supply of Eastern Europeans and Africans and Afghanis willing to pick your carrots and cabbages? You wouldn't. So mass migration is not the answer. We will find a balance, and we will start having more children when this is a better country to have children. So when it's a safer country.
And that might be part of the reason people aren't having children.
I think it absolutely is.
Because they're looking and saying, what the hell am I bringing my kids
But
into?
you can't afford housing. You can't get kids in good schools, and you don't trust anybody. Crime's going out of control. People are being raped. You're not sure how secure your job is. Taxes are going up, and you wonder why people are going, we're only having 1 kid. We can't afford 2.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's one of the answers.
I think you're right.
If we can make our society a better society, and start building our society around the family, watch people have more children. And because there's not a greater gift in this world than having and raising children, because they're part of you, and everything you do reflects upon them, and you can see them developing and learning to walk and learning to read and being an adult and having their own children, and you see how they're raising them. It's all down to you because you sowed those seeds. That's the meaning of life. It isn't a flat screen TV. It's not a new BMW. It's not fantastic holidays. It's having children and raising them, and them having children and them having children. And when people are dying on their deathbeds, no one ever says, oh, I wish I had a few more years left in me so I could have got that Lamborghini. People don't say that. People say, I wish I'd spent more time with my son. I wish I'd not fallen out with my daughter. I wish I'd been a better husband, a better wife. That's what people regret on the deathbeds, because that's the most important thing. We don't, in our world at the moment, we're blinded by everything else.
Yeah.
And we've never been, religion used to remind us all the time about what was important. We have no religion anymore now. We had governments always talking about personal responsibility. It's down to you to look after your parents and stuff like that. We don't have that anymore now. So we've lost all our personal responsibility, and we're living in this pleasure dome. And have you read a book called, it's Oxley, Brave New World?
Brave New World, Aldous Huxley.
Yeah. So that's all about pleasure.
Yes.
And I think that's what we've turned into now. None of us are happy. We're all on drugs. We're all trying to get as much sex as possible. And it's all about consumerism. And none of us are happy. Did you enjoy that video? I think you did. Come on now, hit that bell, subscribe, comment. Let's build this channel. I need more followers. I need more subscribers. Be part of the journey. See you soon.